It smells so good in here. There's so many flowers, and you see all of these workers here early this morning.
Good morning, Surae.
Good morning. Yes, time is running out, and have you gotten your flowers yet? Just check out all of the variety here at Potomac Floral Wholesale. Look at all of those reds, orange, whites, pinks, even lavender, and they all have a different name. The red one is called Cherry Love. This pink one is here called the Friendship Rose. So here at the warehouse, we're looking at a lot of busy workers here. Let's check out what else is going on here. We've got lots of flowers. Let's take a sneak peek here. Well, JC, this twister really came through the county and it left a terrible, incredible damage here. Let's get right to it. We see some of these storage trailers tossed about, flipped over, and teetering. We also move on to Mr. Schamberg's poultry farm, and you see that this two-story building has been flattened out. You see also cars tossed about, and we move across the street here, also on Mr. Schamberg's poultry farm. That two-story building demolished. Basically, his farm destroyed.
I seen so much lightning in the sky and a lot of rain and wind blowing.
But we looked out the window. Wife heard a bang right there. We hit the car, and I said, that's a roof.
It was actually debris coming from Donald Schamberg's poultry farm.
Said everything's wiped out up there.
Demolished from a twister barreling across his property.
It's all been blown away.
You just get, I mean, it's a feeling like I never had before. It's just heartbreaking, and I mean, you start shaking. And
twisted, mangled metal wrapped around trees, a 4x4 sliced into this camper. Sheer devastation and debris everywhere you look. Mr. Schamberg's entire family lives on this property in several homes. In fact, Donald Schamberg's home is right back there. His family not injured, his home untouched.
I said, thank the Lord that nobody's hurt, because my children all lives right here inside of me.
My father-in-law's house, sister-in-law's house, my house, the other sister-in-law, the other sister-in-law, we're all close-knit family, and first thing we did was try to see if everybody's all right.
If it would have been down here instead of up there, maybe all of us killed.
Is that what you're thinking this morning?
I'm thinking that property don't mean a thing to a life.
And luckily in Shenandoah County, no reports of deaths, only one minor injury, if you can believe when you see all this damage out here. And get this, Schamberg usually has 80,000 chickens and turkeys every 6 weeks, but it just so happens that he didn't have any poultry on his farm, so there was no poultry lost. Thank goodness. And also there was one calf, unfortunately, did die. You know, this was a guy who said he was innocent, that he was going to fight until the bitter end, that he would be vindicated. Now the stunning turn of events that will happen right here in U.S. federal court in just a few hours. Will this close a very embarrassing chapter in politics in Prince George's County? Remains to be seen. Will this satisfy the public here in Prince George's County? Well, it really depends on what's in the deal. Of course, we will learn more about that, and hopefully that is now in the hands of investigators and federal prosecutors. Andrea, Mike? Investigators have not decided whether to file charges in an accident involving a busload of kindergarten students. The bus rolled over yesterday morning in Centerville, Maryland, along Route 213.
Before we head to break, time for the question of the morning.
What is the #1 food allergy in the United States? Is it peanuts, milk, or strawberries? Thank you, Angie. This morning it's getting harder to get anywhere near the Mississippi River.
That's right. Authorities in Mississippi are...
Some Catholic University professors are blasting House Speaker John Boehner for his record addressing the needs of poor people. The professors sent us. Well, student engineers have more luck on a second go-around with their remote human-powered helicopter. That story's coming up.
Plus, does it? Cool.
Hey, that is very interesting. Well, if you're looking for a new pet, the Frederick County Animal Shelter says it's seeing improvement among the nearly 100 dogs removed last week from a home in Brunswick, Maryland. The dogs are being treated for flea infestation and skin conditions, but should soon be ready for adoption. Don't know exactly what the breed is right there. Maybe a little Chihuahua. I don't know. You have to look at your TV screen to check them out. Plus, today's Cool Schools is actually about an effort to cool their schools, helping the environment and saving money. Welcome back, everybody. 5:45 on your Friday, the 13th. And with that, you need your umbrella.
Yeah, we got a couple sprinkles out there. And the air mass has changed completely. The humidity is back, the muggies are back, and
They're a great role model.
Yeah, they were fun. A lot of fun, too.
It's time to answer the question of the morning.
What do you think is the #1 food allergy in the United States? The second most common allergy, surprisingly, is strawberries, so peanuts is down on the list a little bit.
Never heard of strawberries. Interesting. Okay, there's a new leading candidate.
There is, to replace Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. Who do you think it is?
Trying to get you in the mood this morning, Valentine's Day. Well, the National Retail Federation says folks will spend an average of $116 this year. That's significantly up than last year. About
Surae Chinn is going to start our team coverage. She's live in Capitol Heights where that rupture happened.
Well, JC, I want you to take a look for yourself. You can still see the water is spewing. It is gushing from this pipe burst. You can also see the cars that are overturned. These cars basically flipped over like toy cars. Also, this parking lot crumbled as well because of the pressure of this water. You can see that it's in pieces, just like a jigsaw puzzle. Lynn Riggins with the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission is here now. Tell us what the status is.
We're working right now to get it shut down. I know we've been saying that for several hours, but this is a very challenging situation, as with mains this large, it's not the flipping of a switch. It takes quite some time. We're working on the last valve right now, and we're hoping that very soon we'll start to see the water here diminish.
Even when you shut down this last of the 4th valve, we're going to still see water drain from this pipe for maybe a couple more hours?
For a while. I mean, I think in the last few minutes I've started to see a reduction in water here, so we're definitely moving in the right direction. It's 54 inches in diameter, so this is a large main. There's a lot of water going through there. This water is under pressure when it goes through there to move it through our distribution system. So unfortunately, when big mains like this break, this is what happens.
Thank you, Lynn. Lynn Riggins with WSSC. Of course, we talked to other folks who are reacting to this huge pipe burst.
Complete devastation. Man, it looks like it's a TV movie, like it's hard to describe. This is something you have to witness firsthand.
The overturned vehicle is sinking deeper into the abyss of gushing water.
No, I never expected to be waking up to something like this, but got a phone call from my brother who happened to be driving to work. Told me it looks like there's water coming from your business. I said, are you kidding me?
The 54-inch water main burst around 4 a.m. just in time for the Monday morning commute. Water spewing onto the inner loop of 495 at Central Avenue, causing the driver of this car to lose control, sliding up the embankment. Traffic backed up for miles. Back at the epicenter of the water main break, more bad news.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Property manager employees arrive on the scene and relay the devastation.
It's literally destroyed. There's debris everywhere. The walls are blown out, it looks like. It's mud everywhere. The whole church is just destroyed.
And the owner of the upside-down silver Saturn looks on in disbelief.
Oh, my car was completely turned upside down and it's a complete damage.
Now we also understand that there were no fiber optics in the pipe, and that usually gives an indication of some weakness in this particular pipe, something that, of course, WSSC will want to put in more of these huge water main pipes. Back to you, JC.
All right, thank you so much, Surae Chinn, reporting.
The slippery commute throughout the region affecting a lot of people, Virginia no exception. Surae Chinn is live at Route 7 in Drainesville Road. She joins us there with the conditions now. Surae, good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon. We are in Sterling, and we are seeing a good amount of thawing. Here on Route 7, things are looking pretty good. The secondary roads, a lot more melting going on with a slushy, icy mix, and that's because a lot of this was poured on earlier today, the salt and sand mix. But folks getting out the door are going nowhere fast. Mike Pangel has been up all night clearing residential roads in Fairfax County for VDOT.
It doesn't plow as clean. The streets, you just don't get the streets as clean like you can see right here.
Route 7 passable as folks made their way into work. It turns out just getting out of your driveway is the trickiest part. Just check out how slippery it is. My cell phone sliding like a hockey puck. Carrie Brandcart used gardening tools to clear off her driveway.
You just have to
scrape it off best you can and then get to work.
But work would have to wait for Calvin Wilson as he chipped away at his car.
It's four-wheel drive, but it doesn't, when it comes to ice, four wheels don't mean anything.
Walking was louder and took longer than normal for Ann Holsinger rushing to catch the bus.
The sidewalks are like a sheet of ice, basically, so I'm having to walk in the grass to get to the bus.
My biggest concern is my mom, who's in her 80s, and we got to make sure that, you know, her place is done, and my wife just had a hip replacement, and she's got to be concerned about walking on the ice, so yeah, this is worse than snow.
And what we've been seeing here are some trouble spots when people are not clearing out their entire car, so big sheets of ice are just falling as people are driving and hitting other people's cars. It's just flying all over the place. So a good thing is to clean off the roof of your car and the hood and all that kind of stuff. Virginia State Police, I talked with them and they said they've responded to hundreds of accidents from this morning. Reporting live in Sterling, Surae Chinn, 9 News Now.
Thank you, Surae. And this